Okay, so here is the first version of my homemade tape delay echo effect, and basically it's still kind of a prototype, but I managed to box it up, and but the actual tape mechanism is still not boxed up, but the amplifier system and things like that are in the box. Basically, it all started from the idea of using these kind of cassette adapters. So I would basically take the tape head out of these and use those in a tape delay effect. And I made a kind of a proof of concept work earlier, and it was semi-successful. And then I kind of continued from there. Not much changes have happened since then, but I've tried many things to get it better and better, and maybe at this point I'm in the situation that I cannot really make this any better, but I would just need to have to kind of like finish it up. But I think it's ready for demonstration and some kind of tour of what is inside. So basically, if we take a look at these tape heads, what I have done, so I have prepared two. So this is marked with red color, it's the recording tape head, and this with the black one, it's the playback tape head. And what I have done is just put it in between these kind of plastic pieces, which basically tightens the tape head to the cassette. So if I demonstrate, so here I have the cassette, and basically the idea is that you just plug it in here like so, and maybe put some other tape to tighten it up so that it can't move there, but it fits kind of firmly here already. I usually put some tape also to tighten it up there, and the record head is molded so that it fits very well into this slot here. So, well, it cannot stay in place, but if you put some tape, then it will stay in place. And so the idea is that you could just take any new cassette and use it in this effect. Just buy it from the store and then use it. And I have tried many different tapes. For example, this other magnetics ferrochrome tape, or is it just ferro tape? I guess ferric tape. And this Fox recording the masters tape, again ferro tape, ferric tape. And then this Maxell UR, which is basically sold everywhere. It's cheapest and maybe the most porous tape, but I guess it works. But the problem with these ferric tapes are that they degrade in quality when you record many times on top. So at the end, I'm just using these ATR Magnetics Pro Chrome Master cassette tapes, which are chrome tapes, and they seem to last a very long time, and the quality doesn't degrade much when you just record on top of the earlier recording. So this is the best cassette I have found, and it suits very well for this tape echo effect. And what else? Well, this tape mechanism I have taken from an existing cassette player, and basically if you want to buy, these are not sold separately as far as I know, so if you just want to buy a new one of these, then you need to buy something like this. So these Sonys are sold still, and these are new, so from these you can get a similar mechanism, and well, it becomes quite expensive, but if you want to do it, then this is the way to go. Of course, you can buy just some old used cassette player and take it from there, but these are different models, and I don't know what is, some are not very suitable for this, but this seems to be very nice. I have taken most of the stuff out of here, but the most important thing is to have that pinch roller there, so it keeps the tape rolling steady and it doesn't like fluctuate or anything like that, so there's no like flutter and that kind of effects in there, so you can get quite pure echo sound and the note stays at a certain level. Also, what I have not yet done is to modify the motor here to for the different speeds, so it's just a constant speed which I'm using now, but I'm powering that with the just only 9-volt battery, and it's separate for this unit, and then I'm powering this amplifier unit with a separate 9-volt battery. These are rechargeable because this takes quite a lot of power, so one battery lasts for about 2 hours of playing, and then about the same for this one, so not very much, but when you use rechargeable batteries, then it's quite okay, I guess. But that was again one kind of requirement that I could use 9-volt batteries. And for the effect itself, I get this input level adjustment here, which is related to how, in which level it's recording. Basically, there is a direct buffer in the input, and the other side is taken directly to the output, and from this adjustment it's taken to the recording amplifier, which is taking the signal to this record head. And this, we have the output mix, so the output is just a simple dry wet mix. If we turn it here, it's just directly taking the signal from the guitar, there's no echo, but if we turn it all the way up to this point, then there's nothing but the signal from the cassette coming, and you can hear probably the hiss that is also coming from there, because in the playback amplifier from this I have a very much like something like 60 decibels of gain, and it creates that hiss. Then I've done some filtering, but it's not enough, seemingly. So for starters, I just keep this in the middle position, all of it. And this is the feedback adjustment, which I can use for setting the amount of repeats, how many times the echo repeats itself. So if it's in the 0 position, then it's only one repeat, and if it's full on the 10, then basically it's well almost infinitive repeat, but it's not very clean because it starts to mash up quite quickly, but it repeats very long time. And these two adjustments, this is for the bias of the record head, so it needs a high frequency bias signal, and that is the component that actually takes the limits of the battery, because it's consuming quite a lot of current, and we need to, because using only 9-volt battery, we need to adjust the bias almost to the maximum so that we can get a relatively clean clean recording to the cassette. And then this is just interfacing between the high frequency bias and the record amplifier, and we need to adjust it basically to the maximum so that we can isolate those two without using this kind of what's it called, bias trap, so which like cancels the high frequency bias from the, so it prevents it going to the record amplifier. So yeah, I think this is the basic setup. What else? I think this is all. So maybe it's time for now to give some kind of demo how it sounds like. So this is already on, as you can hear from the hiss, and then I can just, from here I can plug the tape on, starts rolling, and you can hear some more hiss. So here I have the guitar. I'm using the single coil middle pickup. It has the clearest sound, so it's most suitable for this demo. Let's see, maybe for the dry signal first. So that's the dry, and then when we mix it up with the echo, so that's in the middle position now, the mix, and I think it's quite nice there. Maybe if it's more clear, then yeah, maybe that's a bit too much, but I think it's good in the middle position. And then if we take the example of setting this to the minimum position, then we have only the one repeat. So okay, and then if we take it to the middle position, then it's, well, there's already quite a lot of repeats there, so okay. Then we check the maximum position. I don't know if that's reasonable, but let's see. So it starts to kind of mash up, but it's keeping steady basically. So it's not degrading that much, but yeah, I think it will just keep on going forever. Now it starts to get louder and louder. So okay, and now where's the actual limit? So it's also dependent on how these work. So in the next video I will maybe explain more how these work, these tape heads, and how are they actually, or what is the correct way to attach those to the tape. Yeah, let's see some more sound examples maybe. Well, okay, there's some sound demos. Obviously, it's not as good as some digital delays. It's kind of it has some distortion and some kind of well, the bass and the treble are not in some kind of balance. It's somehow, it depends. Sometimes it sounds like there's too much treble and sometimes there's too much bass. So it depends kind of how you adjust these settings here. But I think well, I never realized it could develop something like this when it started from just an idea of using these cassette adapter tape heads as in this kind of tape echo effect. But I'm very happy how it has turned out. So I like to play with this, but obviously, well, I'm not a professional player, so, and this is not ready for going out on tours or anything like that, but a very interesting project at least. So I think for now this is enough. I will make some other videos where I explain more about the details of each individual component or something like that, but I think this is enough for now.